go.
What's good? It's Tiger Nation. The days, as y'all see as the title and the thumbnail, we're finna go around asking female athletes 4 questions. And the last question, the 4th question I'm gonna ask them is, how did they feel with transgender women being able to participate in sports? Y'all stay tuned for the rest of this video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we gone.
Welcome to Edward Waters Fitness Center. Follow me. We have a nice bench set for players or any athletes to get their bench in. We have squat machines, a nice mirror, a lot of weights. We got pulling machines for your back. Nice leg press. Oh, nice cardio. And back here we got staff only, but for y'all, hey, it's top secret. Right here we got the coolers, the ice tubs, nice ice, everything, bathrooms in there. And yeah, that's the wellness center. Thank you.
All right, I'm here with
Sydney,
what's your classification, Sydney?
freshman.
Okay, look, I have 4 questions for you. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, look, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has that shaped your journey and experience? E-Dub. How has E-Dub shaped your journey and experience?
I feel like E-Dub is giving me the opportunity to pursue my sport because they didn't have a team before I got here, and now they have a team for flag football, so it's giving me the opportunity to fulfill my sport at the college level.
That's what's up. Okay, the second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
I feel like the visibility of women's sports has changed drastically because it's more prominent now. Like people actually look up the women in their sports, regardless of the sport that they play. As far as back in the day, they didn't really care for women's sports.
Okay. What challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made in gender equality in sports?
I would say they still face the fact that they feel like women aren't as capable as men, or they feel like women aren't as strong as men in any sport that they play.
Okay. And the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being able to participate in women's sports?
I don't think that's a thing that should be done. I don't think transgender women should be able to participate in women's sports because they weren't born as a woman, and their skill set is much higher, and they were built differently than the average woman that was born as a woman.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm here with
Aaliyah.
What's your classification, Aaliyah?
My freshman.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question is kind of like a challenging question. That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sports at the college level, and how was your journey at EWU shaped your experience?
What inspired me, I guess my coach, like my all-star coach, she's the one who connected me to Edward Waters, and she let me meet the Edward Waters coach. And my experience here, it was okay.
It was okay? Okay, another question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day? How has the women media and stuff changed from back in the day to now?
Well, I mean, obviously we're getting more attention and more recognition for our skills because, like, people like, what's her name, Gabby Douglas? Is that? No, Simone Douglas. Simone, people like her, she's getting the recognition she needs because she's a beast, and I just feel like it's going to keep getting better and better.
Okay, I got 2 more questions for you, friend.
Okay.
What challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made in gender equality?
It's just the mindsets of people. We can't change that. So people look at us and they doubt us. It's just that. It's the mindset of the society.
And the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in women's sports?
I mean, like, if you cut the dick off, okay.
This is class.
Sorry.
You good, start over. How do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in female sports?
They're women, so, like, I feel like if they get the surgery, then it shouldn't be no problem. The surgery, you know?
Thank you. I'm here with.
Nah.
Who?
Nah.
All right, now what's your classification?
I'm a senior.
Senior, okay. I have 4 questions for you, but this last question might be kind of difficult. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so look. The first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EWU shaped that experience?
What inspired me was my family. I'm an immigrant. I come from South Sudan and come from short beginnings, so I want to be like the example for my people.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the second question?
The second question is, how has your journey at EWU shaped your experience?
I guess it's caused me to get out of my comfort zone and do things that out of the normal.
The second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
It's changed tremendously. Big shout out to C4 Shot It, because she's been filming a lot of stuff in our program, and then the men's, and just doing great stuff with the media. So it's changed a lot.
Okay. The third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made in gender equality?
That's a hard question. I guess exposure. I think a lot of people don't show up for real, I guess, in a way.
The last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being able to participate in women's sports?
Okay, you said difficult. Okay, I would say that's a hard discussion to talk about, because I feel like no comment.
Okay. Thank you. All right, I'm here with.
Naila.
All right, Naila, what is your classification?
I am a junior.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the fourth question might be a kind of difficult. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, look, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EWU shaped that experience?
Life decisions, wanting support for myself. The sport I chose is track and field, so run your passion. Choosing EWU was a beneficial choice for me, mainly because I transferred from a whole nother school, which is UNF. And on top of that, to be able to be around other black students as well.
All right. The second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed, and now from them back in the day?
It's broadcasted more, it's being spoken about more, and it's more support from not just from women from other sports, but males as well.
Okay, and the third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made in gender equality in sports?
With that, I can say still equality from their male peers to your female peers. It's always going to be a conversation of a male is stronger than a female or faster than a female. But it's really just proving yourself and proving other people wrong.
And this last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in women's sports?
Transgender women, I don't have discrimination for it, but I do understand that there are factors to the fact that they shouldn't be doing women's sports. But me personally, I don't really have a preference for it.
Okay, thank you. That's it. I'm here with.
Aria,
What's up, Aria? What's your classification?
freshman.
All right, Aria, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question is kind of hard. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, so look, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EWU shaped that experience?
What pursuit? What? Repeat the question.
What inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EWU shaped that experience?
Okay. Inspired me, my parents, well, my mom. I've always ran track my whole life, and then like my goal has always been to do it at a professional, not a professional level, but a bigger level. And yeah, I guess my mom I do everything for her.
Okay, that's good. All right, the second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back then?
In all honesty, it really hasn't changed that much. But it's, I guess you could say we have more freedom in our sports than usual. But other than that, nah, it's really still the same.
Okay. All right, the third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made?
I guess you could say we still get downplayed. People thinking that we can't do what we can do, or saying that like only men can do a certain thing, but in reality we might do it better than they do.
Okay, the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in women's sports?
That's the hard question you was talking about?
Yeah.
I don't really know for real, because like in all honesty they're still men and they still have that men's strength, but like I said, like I don't know, honestly. I don't really care about it, honestly. But
So you okay with transgender being able to run track with you?
like against me or it really don't matter. I don't know, because they're still a man. They still got, but like women can be better than men. So I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm here with.
Shalasia Rogers.
What's up, Shalasia? What's your classification?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question kind of hard. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, look, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EWU shaped your experience?
For that question, honestly, I've been playing sports since I was a little girl, but when I got to the college level, I was kind of indecisive because I low-key just wanted to focus on my education. But I'll say after I became a mom, that's when I actually wanted to get back into my sports and to continue on at the college level.
Okay, the second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
The women's industry of sports for 2025, it has changed tremendously, especially with the new women we got, especially in the WNBA. It has changed with the new women players, as far as like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and old WNBA players as well. But I feel like it's come a long way, because back then we really didn't have what's what I'm looking for? We didn't have exposure, a lot of talk about the women's sport. It was always about the men.
Okay, the third question is, what challenge do female athletes still face to this day, even with the progress has been made in gender equality?
To this day, females, we actually challenge that we can't do what men can do when it comes to sports, as far as like football, basketball, track. But me personally, I feel like females can do what men can do, just on a different level. We just have a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to women's sports.
Okay, the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being able to participate in female activities?
That's a good question. Me personally, I'm not a judgy person. I feel like, don't get me wrong, no offense, we have gays, men that play sports, so I feel like if a trans want to play sports, they should be able to let them, no matter what their gender is. Sports are sports. Can't go based off their sex, ethnicity, or whatever. But like I said, personally, we have gay men that do play sports, so I don't feel there should be a problem with transgenders playing sports.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Are you having a hard day and need some time to relax and just do some work and chill? Come with me to the Nest. It's the perfect place for you. Perfect place to come to relax, get a cool vibration, do your work, chill, no straight peace, quietness, anything for you to do. You got games and stuff for you to play if you're bored. You got things to keep you satisfied. You got things to keep you busy while you chilling and relaxing. And this is the Nest for all the student athletes that want to come and just get away. What I'm going to call it today, I'm going to call it the getaway zone. This is where you get away. Come by the Nest. All right, I'm here with
Janaya,
What's up, Janaya? What's your classification?
junior.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question kind of difficult. Is that okay? Okay, so the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has EW shaped that experience?
I've did sports all my life, so coming to college, I feel like that it just showed me a different aspect in different ways, different people, different cultures and stuff like that.
Okay, the second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back then?
It's bigger now. More women are more recognized for the stuff that they do. It's not just males dominated things. Women are dominating those sports.
Okay. The third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that's been made in gender equality in sports?
Being noticed and getting those same treatment that male sports get.
Okay. Now the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in women's sports?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like they should, because like they had the same rights we got. They just transformed into from a man to a woman. So.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm here with
Angela,
Hi, Angela. What's your classification?
sophomore.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question might be kind of a little hard. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sports at the college level, and how has your journey at EW shaped your experience?
What inspired me to do my sport in EW
And college.
and college?
What inspired you to take it to the college level?
I guess I just have passion in my sport. I've been running ever since elementary. So I got an opportunity to run here with a scholarship. So yeah, why
Okay.
not?
And how has your journey at EW shaped that experience?
My journey at EW has been a little bit difficult on my side when it comes to my sport. But yeah, so far it's been a smooth ride. We're just going.
Okay, the second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
I just feel like a lot of people now are like women's sport is being supported currently compared to previously. Yeah.
Okay. And the third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made in gender equality?
What challenges do female track athletes face currently? That's a hard question, to be honest, but I just feel there are a couple of things that people don't understand when it comes to female sports. There are some sports that people do believe like it's not supposed to be a women's sport, yet women can still do the sports, regardless of the supports they're getting currently. And also there's some challenges we do face, maybe physically, when it comes to our bodies, and people don't understand that part of it too much.
Okay, and the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being able to participate in female activities?
Personally, I don't know if I can answer that question because I don't want to be biased, but I just feel like they are who they are because of their own reasons. But if there need to be a transgender sport, like they need them to compete against themselves instead of
They need their own sport?
yeah, they need
their own
they need their own
class?
Yeah, because it's different, because it's their build, their physique. It's just different from the rest of the others. Because I don't think female transgender participating with a male transgender is going to be good for her. Yeah, so maybe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm here with
Jewel,
what classification are you?
freshman.
Freshman? Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question might be kind of difficult. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level? And how has your journey at EW shaped that experience?
What inspired me is just growing up in a sports-based family. I had chosen basketball at first, but I didn't like it, so I just went to volleyball. And you said,
How has EW shaped your experience?
shape my experience. Honestly, it's made me realize it's more serious than I thought it could have been. Like, I thought it could have been just like hobbies, stuff like that, but it's actually could be taken like as a job for real.
Okay. Second question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
I think women coverage in sports is getting more popular, especially like women that are coaching now as well. Yeah, that's how I think it's changed.
And the third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made with gender equality?
I think in women's sports, a lot of things are taken more strictly. Like, for example, in volleyball, like even if you stare down somebody, you could get like a yellow card or a red card. But like in men's volleyball, you can like talk. I don't want to curse. You can like say things, like derogatory things, and not get like called out for it.
Okay.
So I think for us, it's definitely more strict. Things like that.
And the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in women's sports?
I think it's like a question for like when it really happens to me, but so far it hasn't happened, but I don't really care per se. Like I know a lot of like girls that aren't trans that hit hard and like are real strong, so I don't really care.
So you'll be okay with it?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay,
It hasn't happened yet.
Thank you. All right, I'm here with.
Yana,
What's up, Yana? What's your classification?
I'm a senior.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question might be kind of difficult. That's okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sports at a college level, and how has your journey at EW shaped your experience?
What inspired me is that I got a full scholarship here. What was the next part?
How does EW help your experience?
It was cool. You know, it was cool. I'm about to graduate. Everything was cool. The people was cool. Ain't nobody did me no type of dirty. So I had a good time.
Okay, next question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
I think it has changed some. There's a lot of female videographers, female photographers. A lot of female photographers. So I think that's been cool. They're all showing up at our games, all recording us, all that. So I think it's changed a lot, to be honest.
Okay, another question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that's been made with gender equality?
We're not getting paid as much as the male athletes.
Yes, good. And the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being able to participate in women's sports?
I don't agree with it at all. I think they should have their own category as transgender people, and it should be females, males, and then another category is transgenders.
Okay, thank you.
All right, fuck with you.
Here with.
Imani.
Imani, what's your classification?
I'm a senior.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question might be kind of difficult. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. What inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EW helped experience that?
I didn't want my parents to pay for me to go to school, and I was good at it, and I like to compete. And I've had a good journey at Edward Waters. My coach made me fall back in love with the game.
Okay, next question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sports has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
I think it's grown a lot, and it's a lot better than it used to be. I feel like women's sports are pushed, not just basketball, but all sports.
Okay, the third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that has been made in the gender equality?
I feel like we still don't get paid as much, and maybe I feel like people should support us more still. Like, we don't get as much support as men, but it's getting better.
Okay, the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being allowed to participate in women's sports?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Would you be okay with them being able to play basketball with you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here with
Layla.
Layla, what's your classification?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, I have 4 questions for you, but the last question might be kind of difficult. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first question is, what inspired you to pursue your sport at the college level, and how has your journey at EW helped shape that experience?
Okay, cool. I really only took track to college because it's really like a peace of mind, and I found peace in doing what I do. The experiences I've been here, I had a rough first year here, but I mean, team-wise and competition-wise, everything was okay.
Okay, the next question is, how do you feel the visibility and media coverage of women's sport has changed in 2025 compared to back in the day?
I feel like media coverage was better back in the day because women's sports were more so looked at then. Because now it's easier for boys to go D1 in any sport than females.
Oh, okay. All right, the third question is, what challenges do female athletes still face today, even with the progress that have been made in gender equality in sports?
I'm gonna say females definitely get looked down on, because most females are faster than men in certain events and do better, but we still get downgraded because we're females.
Okay, the last question is, how do you feel about transgender women being able to participate in women's sports?
Are we saying like they've already fully transferred to a female?
Transgender women.
Like, oh, then ain't nothing you can do. I mean, they still...
How do you feel about it?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's 100% okay, but I mean, everybody gotta be equal in some way. If you're a female at that point, there's nothing we can do but race with you.
Okay. That's a good answer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so after going around asking all the women athletes how do they feel about transgender being able to participate in women activities, they basically gave the rundown like some of them cared, but some of them didn't care. Some of them say it's not fair that because the physique of a male in general is different from a woman. So some of them was kind of like, nah, I wouldn't be able to play with a transgender woman just based off because a male itself is stronger than a female, or a male himself is faster than a female regardless. But right now, I'm finna dedicate this video. No, I want to dedicate this video to everybody who helped me with this video, who participated in this video. I really want to shout out T. Lou for helping me record this video. And